everybody. I am Mrs. Dr. Lupo.
And I am Sam.
And today is the magic word where we are talking about Y2k as an aesthetic. But today we do have a guest with us, and that is 1/3 of the Mav Sandwich, aka the MavShow, who is like the greatest unicorn butterfly princess in the whole entire world. And she's just a genuinely positive person. So let's all, do our fake claps, round of applause here for the MavShow.
Hello! Our streamer mom squad.
Yes, streamer mom squad, go.
You didn't see anything. I'm appearing now. We need like a magic poof of dust that happens when we appear.
Don't make things more complicated for me.
We're the special effects.
Mav sounds beautiful. Once you hear Mav, you can't unhear Mav, because then she's just singing in your ears constantly, because you're just like, oh, Mav, lull me to sleep with you.
Oh, Mav. Oh, Mav.
Ear piercing, teeth grinding feeling.
Oh, welcome, sweet Mav.
Hello, thank you for having me.
We missed you so much. For those of the people that are listening that don't know who you are, can you please tell us a tiny little bit about your unicorn self?
Hello, everyone. I am a longtime streamer, very well-known mom streamer. That's kind of why Sam and I are all friends, because we were like the only moms for a very long time. We're the moms. And then, so lots of streaming, lots of Sims, lots of traveling. It's so weird not to travel with these girls. So they are literally like my room buddies anytime we do anything secret. So I miss that, but I've actually taken so much time off this year. This last 2 months I haven't really streamed much. This last month I kind of went dark, so I'm kind of happy to get back into it a little bit.
We can be your little launching platform for you.
You kind of are. I was like, I have to wear makeup. I was like, whoa.
Fridays are the only days that I wear makeup.
Yes, you can do everything the day you wear makeup.
Oh yeah, since you haven't been online, have you not been wearing makeup or anything at all?
Nope. Skin has been so angry anyway, because it's my last month of Accutane, so it's just like trying to get the rest out, and I'm like,
I'm so excited for you to be done with that. So excited. Like going through Avery's journey, and then now how her skin, she's so happy with it now. A couple months after, like, I'm very excited for you.
I feel like I need like 3 more months, honestly. I'm not gonna be done after this, but my insurance changed, and they're like, well, so
we're already here.
Don't even get me started with insurance. Mine covers everything, and it doesn't do enough. So I'm like, I don't know how we're doing this here.
This is how it always is. You pay so much, but it's like, sorry, you still have to pay hundreds out of pocket. You're like, okay.
We were just talking about police reform and stuff like that. Can we just talk about insurance reform on another day?
Oh my God. Yes.
Quick side note though, did you know that GoFundMe is the highest payer of medical bills?
Oh, I think I have read that somewhere.
Isn't that crazy? And people complain about, not taking their taxes to pay for healthcare when they already are. It's just the people that are greedy with their money or not.
Yeah.
The end. Moving on. Today we're talking about we're talking about something that has started showing up more and more, and it's kind of making me unsure how I feel about this. And that is trends from when we were kids are kids coming back. We talked earlier, I was born in 86. Sam was born in 91. Mav, if you care to share, were you 80s, 90s?
I grew up in the 90s.
90s?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I the oldest?
Grew up in the 90s. Yes.
That's fine. I'll be the mama of the group here. And so when I'm seeing, like, walking through Target and I see the tiny crop tops with the little embroidered in the center of the,
like BB,
yeah,
like a little butterfly rhinestone.
Butterflies
They
and
should just name
rhinestones.
it the Visco section because that's basically what it is.
Well, before that was like Tumblr girls and that like
Visco.
Yeah, that whole Tumblr girl visco aesthetic kind of thing. That was like it's a combination of a lot of different things. This they're just pulling straight from Clueless and Delius. Like,
oh yeah, no, I'm excited because I have been looking for costumes and they're perfect. So
Outfitters, like, not the best Clueless outfits.
honestly, like, okay, sure. Like, I need some costumes. Like, that's like some diet cosplay. So I'm here for it.
I'm not mad about like Clueless stuff though, because I wear headbands galore and I feel like I wear pretty structured stuff. So I'm like, yes. It's the other stuff I don't think I'm okay with.
So this is the first time though that our age group is actually experiencing a trend coming around, and one that makes me feel extremely old. I mean, I'm going to be 35 this year. I didn't think it was going to be this soon.
If you think about it, like 80s, oh boy, like just, I mean, I sent you pictures and there's a picture of me as a baby and you can see like everything's like gross pastel. There's like a boombox in the back. Like the table behind me is like woven pastel green, disgusting nightmare. And everyone's like, we love the 80s. Yes, it has like the big scrunchie.
Uh-huh.
And it's not a good time. It's not a good time.
I'm gonna see if I can pull this.
Oh yeah, if you can. Whenever I was at the roller skating rink on Wednesday night, there was one girl in particular. She was cute as a button, but she had on gaucho pants and a crop top, and I was like, where the heck am I?
Well,
she had,
I was laughing.
Choker on, and she had butterfly clips, and I was like, no. Wait, I don't think I'm prepared for this.
On?
Well, I got dressed today because I was like, I'm hanging out with the Sams. I have to wear earth tones. I have to wear like bust out my like burnt orange ensemble, and it's a gaucho overalls, you guys. I don't know. I'm not helping the case at all.
You aren't. You aren't. You're going against what this whole thing was about, Mav.
Mav, dagnabbit. I don't hate the style.
Yeah.
I just, there are some things I don't want back. Like gaucho pants, I don't want those back personally. They're not flattering.
No.
But like, I don't mind the band tees and like those things, but it's the little baby tops. Oh, and the mini purses, like the little tiny purses in their back. And I'm like, no, you can't fit anything in there.
Not even a phone anymore, right? Because we didn't have phones back then.
Yeah. Or you had like a brick,
the little Razor flip phone. But even then, like my first phone was the Nokia brick phone.
Same. The Nokia brick.
And it wasn't until I was a freshman in college that my parents forced me to get one. Because I was like, I don't need a phone. I have a phone in my dorm room. And they're like, well, you're going to be in a new city with the new people. And I was like, well, if you pay for it, I guess I'll keep it. But what year were you guys in school when trends really started kind of
sticking in your head? Other pictures. So I'm from Southern California. I grew up there.
Trends came early for you.
Yes. So a lot of the trends and even music didn't really hit. It kind of was like a wave. Camera. It kind of was like a wave going from the outside of the coast into middle America. And so back in the day, it was like, oh my God, like motocross. In the mid 90s to the 2K, it was like motocross. It was like Stussy. It was like Volleyball. It was, I wore a lot of Vans. Yeah. Like Volcom. I went through that later on in high school for sure.
It was 7th grade for me when things really started. I started noticing trends, Jinko jeans, GX jeans, Doc Martens, those kind of things.
Oh, you noticed Docs back then? I actually didn't start noticing those till they came back. They weren't really a thing in Louisiana.
Really? Oh, I have a picture of me with Doc Martens. I think I put them in here in our little pictures we're going to show later. Yeah, it was 7th grade. And that's when I started feeling that like I need to wear what everybody else is wearing in order to have friends and, have the boys think I was cute and all this kind of stuff. And I didn't get a lot of that stuff until later. And
I wish that I had a different picture, because I back in the day when the flat bill hats were popular, you would wear them sideways.
The trucker hats. See, but then trucker hats weren't a thing for me.
No. I'm exposing myself.
So I started noticing also in middle school, about 6th, 7th grade. Do y'all remember those little monogram purses, like with an initial on it?
Yes.
Yeah, so I remember wanting one so bad, and they never had S's, so I got one with an M, which was my nickname for my family, Minky. And I was like, okay, it works because it's still my name. They look cool at least. And then there was also like Fat Farms, the shoes, and Etnies. Like skater shoes were
Oh my
huge in the South.
God. Etnies are so ugly. I'm sorry if
The
you
white
like
ones
them.
with the pink, or there were like black ones and blue.
I had the black
So
Etnies
ugly.
that, but then still the GX jeans that were skinny flare jeans. So my feet
Really
looked
low.
like I was wearing like clown shoes. I don't know.
You had to show your hip bones. Your hip bones had to be popping above your pant line.
Yes, low rise is coming back.
Wasn't it like
No.
thongs? Thongs were a thing that had to stick
Yes,
out.
showing
Yep.
your thongs,
Like,
which I didn't wear thongs.
I didn't do that, but I saw a lot of that.
Yeah, I saw a lot
I
of
saw
that
it
too.
on Degrassi only. I never saw it actually in person.
But here's the funny thing. Okay, you watched Degrassi. Mav, did you watch Degrassi?
No, I did not watch Degrassi.
Okay.
I was more on the MTV side of the coin. Like I was more like
TRL,
California and
Real World.
TRL and
I didn't watch
All of it.
Degrassi at all. I've never seen a single episode of it because by the time it became popular, I was too old for it. I didn't come in at the same age that the kids in Degrassi were.
Yeah, I was in 6th grade when I watched my first episode, and they were just getting into high school, so they were older than I was, or their characters were. But
yeah, I was really into rock. I was really into like alternative, and I was in so many sports back then. So I played video games on the side, but I was like competing in horse riding. I was competing in water skiing. I was competing in dirt bikes. I'm a weird horse girl.
there's always one.
We talked about this. I talk to Danica all the time about this. I'm like, you're not weirder than me. And she's like, I am. I was like, there's some shit you don't want, like, I'm willing to sacrifice myself for my horse. Like this, I will die on that hill. Like, okay.
So a horse girl with miniature horses. I had one named Booger, and then we had like 7 llamas that like lived right down the street from us, and I would go out and help feed Mr. Roberts' horses, llamas every single day. I would ride his little golf cart and go around and feed them.
I used to clear stalls instead of doing like my own chores at home. I'd be like, I gotta go to the barn, gotta go clean shit. I'm sorry, I gotta go.
I gotta go clean up my horse poop because I would die for him. So 7th grade. How old are you in 7th grade? I was 10 in 5th grade, and I was young for my class. So
Let me count
probably
backwards.
10 to 11 would be 5th grade.
Oh, Spice Girls. Oh
12 to
my
13
God.
would be 6th grade.
Yeah.
13
I
to
was
14.
11, 12 in 6th grade. 12 and 13 in 7th, 13 and 14th. And
Yeah, 13, 14, 15 would be 7th to 8th grade. And that's
Girls.
when trends really are becoming popular for kids still. Like that's when
I mean, think about it. That was when like wrestling got really popular, and there were a lot of costumes for that. And I played so much and watched so much wrestling. And then
WWF.
And then you had all
every
of, like-
single Sunday, Monday, Thursday, and Friday.
And then you had all of like the European pop scene, and they came out with like outfits and costumes. And then that's when like Britney Spears started becoming like a style icon. And then it was downhill from there.
My dad had a friend that lived in Europe, in London, and she sent me a pair of Doc Martens from London because they were having more, like, they had different styles there than they did in the United States. She also sent me, now that's what I call music, 43.
Yes. Oh God.
43, when we were at 3 in the United States, Europe was at 43, and it was double disc. And there's so many songs in there that I was just like, oh my gosh, so good.
I should have found my CD case because I still have it from high school.
Oh yeah, I went through mine a few years ago, but I still have a whole stack of them.
Wait. Do y'all remember clip hits? The like one little clip hit of a song.
I didn't
between
have
the
those.
Yes, the
It was the
keychain.
stupidest.
It's
Yes,
so
that was like
dumb.
such a money grab. Like you don't even get the full song. You literally
Yeah.
get like the chorus,
It's like a
and you're like,
ringtone.
"Listen to what I've got." So tell me what you want, what you really want, and you're like, "Yeah, that's my song. I have a
That's
clip
it?
hit."
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so Mav, you watch wrestling. Sam, did you watch wrestling?
Absolutely not.
No? Okay.
No, I didn't
Mav, who
watch
was your
any
favorite
sports or
wrestler?
anything.
Oh, The Rock. I was obsessed.
I loved The
But
Rock.
I loved
I
China.
loved Billy Gunn and Shawn Michaels.
I was like
Heartbreak Kid.
obsessed. I was obsessed with like some of the women in there, but like The Rock
China.
was awesome.
Oh my gosh. Let's talk about China.
Is that your gay awakening, Mev?
Yes, I was like, I'm
China
gay.
was everybody's gay awakening. Stone Cold Steve Austin, yes, but no, Shawn Michaels, hands down, was my childhood wrestling crush.
Oh my gosh.
And badass Billy Gunn. Except it made me uncomfortable that he had lips on his butt. So
Wait, what?
I don't know.
The costumes were really interesting. Like if you actually they did like a thing on China and it was so sad. And that time of the world is so bad, especially in entertainment, obviously. And such a male dominant entertainment industry. But like she super paved the way. Cause like even today, like I'm working with WWE on stuff. Like that, like even like their game and 2K and stuff, they're like it's coming back around. And to see like now like Sasha Banks is killing it right now, and she was like the leader of the world title, and it's just really amazing to sort of see it kind of come around full circle and see women kind of take over again.
Yeah, because I don't remember any other female wrestler at that time other than China.
There was no one that was like big, because at the time it was like divas, right? They didn't even get to be called women wrestlers. Like now you get to be called a woman wrestler, and they drop the diva name.
Yeah.
And so now they're athletes.
I wasn't ever a fan, but like I do remember hearing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's just great.
It was so cool to see her wrestle the boys.
She kicked their ass.
She did. I mean, yes, we all agree that wrestling is staged, right? But it also is a lot of skill, and a lot of pain comes with it. But
a lot of athletics now, more than anything, like they are cross-trained in so many skills.
Different types.
It's crazy. But yeah, I think wrestling was really big in the 90s and 80s.
And NASCAR.
Us.
I feel like NASCAR was pretty big back then too.
Yeah.
I didn't get into sports until I married my husband, and then we just watched like a little bit of sports ball. But even then I hated it. I was like, I was big old dork. I was so heavily into role playing and little journals in middle school and reading and writing. I
actually got an award. I got an award for creative writing in 5th grade. Yes! I was so weird because it was about unicorns.
Of course it is.
I got one in 8th grade before you go to high school. Like the teachers give out their awards or whatever. And my best friend, before she was my best friend, whenever my name was called up for writing, she was like, nerd. And then like the next year we became best friends. She was like, wait, are you the girl that got the writing award? I was like, yeah. She's like,
you're like, heck yes. I played Barbies. I mean, Barbies were popular back then. I played Barbies till high school. And then when I was in high school, they were like, don't bring that to school. I was like,
wait,
what do you mean?
Did you play Betty Spaghetti?
Yeah, I love the Betty.
Oh my gosh.
I was a big doll person.
This
like,
is
I'm
I
very
think this
into
is
toys.
where the toys is going to be the biggest difference between us.
Yeah.
Even in those 5 years or so of age, I think that's going to be our biggest change there. Did you guys have like a Tamagotchi or a Neopet?
We had.
Yeah. I was little though.
Yeah, I had I didn't have a Tamagotchi. I think my sister
stole my Tamagotchi.
Allegedly.
No, I did. A girl brought it to school and I took it and I was like, it's mine.
I stole a Beanie Baby Flamingo from a girl in 1st grade because she left it on the table, and I was like, "It's mine."
Oh, I forgot about Beanie Babies.
I still have some in a box.
I never got into it. I just never did.
I had a Neopet.
But I liked watching.
I had a Neopet because they were cheaper than Tamagotchis, and so my parents bought me one yellow Neopet, and it was like a dog or something like that. And I kept those things alive for so long and was very sad when they would die because my parents would be like, you can't go clean up his poop because it's dinner time. And I'm like, but he's gonna die if I don't clean up his poop now.
Wait, did y'all ever have Poot Cheese, the robot dog? And it came with like a little bone. Oh my gosh, that was in the 90s. My brother had one and I loved it. And it would like do its little
Maybe
robot
my sister
lip walk.
did. Yeah.
You're just like, wow, science.
Furbies. I know, Sam, you have a creepy Furby behind you, but
wait, are you talking about this beauty?
yeah. Did you guys have Furbies in the time?
Yes.
You
know what happened? You know what happened is we took the batteries out because it would play at night, and it would still play at night.
They're possessed.
In the closet, and you're just like,
yeah. Or if the battery was low, it's like, hello.
You're like, hungry.
My stepsister had one, it would sit like on her dresser next to her bed, and I was just like,
you're like, why?
Why do you have that? It was also next to all of our inflatable furniture that we had in our bedroom, like a purple inflatable couch. That was
oh my gosh,
not comfortable.
Inflatable couches.
Did you have inflatable furniture?
I had inflatable couches, but my cat was just like, would sit on it, and then he'd be like, I love this, and he'd use his claws, and then it's over.
Today.
But I had the one where I don't even know where you got them from. Spencer's, back before it was like a sex shop.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, going into the back of Spencer's for the first time, my eyes were opened.
Yeah.
I was like,
What is this?
The inflatable but light up chair. Like it had like the lining around it.
Yeah.
So
Would it like
dumb.
scratch you? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Lots of Spice Girls though. Like I had a birthday party that was all Spice Girls, and we had like a big, huge girl slumber party, and everyone got in a fight, and then everyone hung out, and it was great.
Spice Girl were you?
Ginger. I love Ginger.
I was always baby just because
No.
My friend Courtney was always baby.
No, I'm baby.
I don't know why. I just got pushed into being baby because nobody else wanted a beer. And I was like,
I was the youngest. They were like, you're a baby. And I'm like, okay. I didn't even know like really which one I wanted.
I think I would have wanted to be like Sporty Spice or Scary Spice.
Yo, Scary? Love her.
Mel B.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all remember Polly Pockets?
Yes.
I've been looking so hard for original vintage Polly Pockets, actually.
They sell so high.
They're so cool, and I had so many of them.
Oh,
So-
They're so cute.
Sorry?
What about like Care Bears and My Little Ponies?
Yeah,
and please
and
say
Troll.
that you guys had Popples.
Pockles?
Popples.
Oh,
Popples.
I had Pogs.
I had Pogs
Lots
too.
of Pogs. A lot
Does
of
anybody know
of
Popples? Popples is
Popples. Wait, I have to look this up. What is
someone
Popples?
actually made Charlie one. But it is like it's like a stuffed animal that you would then unroll, and it would turn into like an animal, and then you would like roll it back into a ball. And it
I don't
looks
remember
like
the name.
Fruit or something like that.
Yeah. There were
Popples
some
are so
Cabbage
good.
Patch Kids that did that too. Or they had a scent, a smell.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's so many toys.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I love the 90s. There were the toys back then were just either so inappropriate or just like
Guy
the
dancers.
best.
You put a little fairy. Or wait, do you remember the trampoline moon shoes that broke kids' ankles? So they discontinued.
Yes. Well, I mean, it's basically a shoe with springs on it that like there was nothing stopping it from rolling.
Or the talking diaries. Do you remember you'd have to like talk into it to get to the password?
Oh, yak
Those were
backs.
so easy to get into.
Did you guys have yak backs?
I did not.
I had heard of them. I don't remember what they are though.
Yak backs
That
are
was
so
when
good.
so 90s, mid to late 90s was like when Nickelodeon was really popular, because that's all I would watch. I'd be like, I'm too big for Disney. I want to watch Nickelodeon.
Like that.
I watched Cartoon Network. So like Ed, and Eddie, Two Stupid Dogs, Johnny Bravo, Powerpuff Girls were my thing.
They're coming out with a real version.
Yes,
live action.
I'm not happy with the costumes, but I'm happy with the cast.
Are they bad?
I think I watched more All That, Amanda Bynes show. And so then I would create my own skits at home with our little ginormous camcorder.
Yes.
And then here we are.
Oh my gosh. Dexter's Lab. Gosh.
Leif, you've been watching that with Leif. He'll come into my room.
I saw that.
Like, we watch Dexter together, and I'm like, yeah, we just met Mandark.
He never said. I hope he comes in. He's like, can we go to the laboratory? Can we go?
And he talks with a normal accent, but
I think Charlie could start talking like Dexter at some point. Because he's very like pointed in a lot of things that he says. And Charlie's like, I think that this would be a good idea to do. That totally sounds like something about Dexter.
Oh my God. Oh, Doug. I watched a lot of Doug. I watched a lot of Rugrats, actually. That was like the first Game Boy game I played was Rugrats.
Do you remember the golfing one on Nintendo? I loved that.
Mine, I think, was Link. Was Zelda.
I think it was, I think mine was Rugrats, and then I played Link, and then I can't remember.
Remember that
the little flashlight,
the "Don't Wake Daddy" commercial.
Yes, like that's not okay.
So many commercials are so bad. Oh my gosh,
Daddy, just sneak out of the house, honey. Just don't get caught. Daddy will find you.
Oh my gosh,
was Mall Madness? Mall Madness was an 80s game, or was it 90s?
I think it was 80s because I never played that.
Mall Madness.
I did, and Dream Date.
I never played that.
That came out in the 90s.
That's what I thought.
I played Pretty Pretty Princess.
Same. Me too. Oh my gosh.
But I never put the pieces back.
I almost just choked on my tea. 5th grade.
When my brother's gay awakening was happening was during Pretty Pretty Princess, because he would be like, no, I want to be the Pretty Pretty Princess. And he would snatch that crown. He's like, it's me.
Oh my
gosh. I could totally see him doing that.
So clothing trends, we talked a little bit about at the beginning, how we're basically living in Clueless, in Delia's, and Hard Candy catalogs now. Have you jumped back on any of the trends?
No, gouges are out forever. I can't say
other than what Mav's wearing today.
Well, I feel like my style in general. Yeah, my style in general is 90s. Like if you were like, what's Mav's style? I'd be like, I'm like denim jacket, band t-shirt, and like flip-flops.
True. You really are. I'm all over the place.
I mean, do you remember when we went to like the St. Jude Summit, and then we went to the EA Play thing, and then all these other things? I was wearing the same denim jacket and didn't even realize it.
Yeah, it's
everywhere. And so I was like, that's me. I'm just California style.
Apparently, that's me. So
I'm like
sweaters.
A grungy, beachy situation.
Crop sweaters.
Getting the crops.
Yeah, lots of crops.
I do crop t-shirts.
Mini
I'm
skirts.
Too
tall, I feel like.
What?
I was always too tall for cropped.
Really?
It always looked like high waters to me because I was just tall.
Oh, like the ankle jeans.
Oh, yeah. I was talking about crop shirts.
Yeah, crop sweaters are a big thing. The cropped jeans were a big thing too, but baggy jeans. So either
like parachute jeans,
like Jinko.
Yeah, like with the chains and stuff.
I wore Jinko and GX jeans exclusively, and I even looked on Poshmark for a pair of GX jeans that I could fit into now because I was curious if I would even dream of wearing them out in public.
I totally would grab like some Jordan high tops and just go nuts.
I mean, why not? Slip dresses with t-shirts underneath is popular again. I don't think that really ever went out of style.
Yeah, I think that's always sort of kind of been in, even if it wasn't under the dress, even like it was tied over a dress. I feel like a dress with a tee is always sort of in for sure.
Windbreakers are popular again. Flare pants.
The certain color patterns, color blocking, which was big in the 90s.
I have one. I just got a windbreaker that is color blocked.
So Matt picked up on the color blocked windbreakers. Plaid for that whole 90s grunge is coming back a little bit more again. Tie-dye, which I've definitely dove head first back into.
Yeah, quarantine kind of.
Quarantine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bucket hats.
I have so many.
20 on my wall right here.
No, I don't think I could do that.
I have the regular bucket hat, and then I have fuzzy bucket hat.
I didn't get into fuzzy ones yet, but like
I had a fuzzy baby blue one when I was younger, and that was it.
cute.
It was very cute. I did not wear it often though. Doc Martens are popular again. The Doc Martens sandals are popular again.
I think they're so cute. I have 2 pairs, but they're both like Mary Janes.
I'm so mad that I got rid of my Doc Martens.
I know. You told me that. You got rid of them right before they became popular again.
Yeah, I had 4 pairs of them. And no, I'm so mad now because then I could be like super cool. But they're also really heavy.
You are cool. Stop that.
I am cool. But there's
a lot of Doc Martens out here though. Like that, I feel like if you don't wear Doc Martens in Seattle, you're like, people are like, are you okay? Like, are you good?
They'd be like Birkenstocks.
Yeah. Birkenstocks. A lot of green and warm tones out here right now, actually.
Oh, I'm sure. What was the one thing that you wanted so badly as a kid, clothing wise, that you could totally get now? Like, did you have the Payless version of Doc Martens where you took a yellow highlighter and colored the string so it turned yellow instead of white? Because I totally did not do that. Of course not. I wouldn't do that and try to trick my friends.
Mine was real Vans. I had like the Payless versions.
Mm-hmm.
But now I have 1 pair, 2 pairs. And they're cute.
I have 2 pairs of Vans now. I had the black and red checkered slip-on ones when late high school.
Popular.
So like 2004 is when I got those because, you know, I was totally a punk and skater kid and stuff like that.
I always want to know because I would see friends like color them in with their marker and
yes,
I was just jealous.
I have a pair of Chuck Taylors that were white or are white that still have little drawings on a couple spots from when I was in high school.
I wish I kept my checks from that.
Yep, I have a lot of pairs.
I beat my clothes up. I used to skateboard too, so my shoes were like.
I have burn holes in some of my Chucks from when I was trying to do ollies over and over again. So there's like a worn spot right by your pinky toe. It's just complete. I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to wear fabric shoes while skateboarding, but
oh my god,
Birkenstocks, real Birkenstocks.
Yes, I think those have never gone out of style though. Like everybody still wants them.
I think they really did, and they're back now. They've been back probably for the last like 5 years, but they definitely went out of style.
Okay, I can see that.
As soon as I finally got them, I got made fun of.
I want a pair of real ones, but I have a pair of off-brand ones that are totally just fine. And
I have a pair of off-brand from Target.
I was like, whatever. I a ton of Tommy Hilfiger stuff, and I had
Calvin Klein. I feel like has kind of come back because of like Justin Bieber,
the underwear, right?
And and I don't know about it. I don't know. So California.
What about
Polo being huge?
Polo used to be very big.
Oh yeah,
now
Polo,
it's like I don't know.
What about starter jackets? Did you guys have starter jackets?
Starter jackets. Let me look it up.
I had a Huskers starter jacket. That's, from Nebraska. That
starter jacket
was so cool.
Oh, yeah, I had one. I don't remember what it looked like, but I remember I had one.
I didn't even like the Huskers, but it was the only one my mom could find. So I was like, sure, I'll wear it because it says starter on a really small little logo on the arm. Or let's see what else. I had a lot of Tommy Hilfiger pleather pants. Did you guys wear like the low rise pleather pants with like the shimmery tops and stuff like that?
I wish I had.
I had hand-me-downs from my sister.
I have I have a picture, but I don't have it on me. But one of the junior high dance outfits I wore was like this powder blue skirt with like this powder blue sweater, and the collar was like fluffy white collar with my like knee-high leather boots.
I feel like graphic tees were a popular thing with like cartoon characters on them. I had a ton that had like Hello Kitty and the Powerpuff Girls and Care Bears. And, I'm in junior high wearing a Care Bears t-shirt.
Super back now too, because the stores like Box Lunch that have like a bunch of cool characters from the 90s and stuff on them.
It's so weird to see it all. What about music?
I don't think I wore a lot of graphic tees. And like elementary, junior high, I always wore like white t-shirt or like just
Well, that's because
basic.
you're the cool California girl,
I was like
okay?
just basic. My teachers even made fun of me. They're like, she's just in a white t-shirt and jeans. I'm like,
Oh, I mostly wore school uniform, so I would come home and just play in school uniform. Wore it all the way up through
uh,
high school.
school
Never knew
uniforms are
style.
great. I wish we would have them in the States.
I honestly, I liked it because as somebody who had, like, just hand-me-downs or whatever fit because we had 6 kids, it was nice to not, be made fun of for your kind of style, which is probably why I dabble a lot in fashion and styles now, and I'm a little more eccentric in what I wear because I didn't get the chance to growing up. I
You're
didn't
like, I need to wear all of the things at once
Yeah,
because I
now I
couldn't
get to
before.
trendy. I'm my own dress-up doll.
Exactly. What about music? Were you boy band fans?
Oh my gosh, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Usher. Ooh,
Hanson, Jonathan Taylor. Okay, let's go into actors. Jonathan Taylor Thomas and Devin Sawa and Andrew Keegan. I
my
had
God.
a wallpaper from all of my J14 and
I like older
Teen Bop
men as a little
magazines.
girl.
I remember constantly listening to
Batman.
Jump by Crisscross. Just the 2 kids.
Oh yeah, that wore their clothes backwards.
I wasn't really
Or,
into
Salt
boy
and Pepper.
bands. It was more like Sublime and like sort of that vibe, I
We
think.
picked the wrong guest, Sam.
Yeah, honestly, I was
I
huge into
did well
Michael
because I was in dance too, so we did a lot of Britney Spears and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm into country and rock and roll, and so I would listen to like live and
You're like wearing a cowboy hat singing, "I love rock and roll."
yeah, it's Shania's here with my buddies and freaking Foo Fighters and
I was obsessed with Michael Jackson, like, to the point where it was probably unhealthy. I cried at his 40th anniversary show. I was, like, 8 years old, and I was like, "I love you."
Oh my gosh.
Was
I
obsessed.
wasn't big into boy bands other than Hanson, but like my friend across the street, she had a binder of clippings from magazines and stuff like that for Backstreet Boys, separated by each
so
individual Backstreet Boy. And it was like she scrapbooked it and made it was kind of scary. I just, painted my walls with posters from magazines. But yeah.
I was very into like R&B and like Luther Vandross and like Diana Ross.
I very much was into like classic rock. That's what I grew up on, was like Styx and Kiss and Van Halen and stuff like that. And so I listened to that probably almost exclusively until I was maybe in like 8th grade or so. Then I started listening. And then I was a top 40s kid.
Dang,
I
I
loved
still listen to Oh, go ahead.
Five for Fighting and, all those kind of like just, Friday nights and you have your tape recorder next to your radio trying to record all your favorite songs so you can listen to them whenever you want to.
Would you ever sit there and write all the lyrics? I would stop and like write the lyrics and then play.
You remember you could make your own ringtones? Or your like your audio clips. So I would have Gwen Stefani's. I'm sorry I can't talk right now. I'm walking in a spider web, so leave a message. my voicemail. Oh my God.
That's so good.
I think my first one was American Idiot.
Oh God.
Oh my
We
gosh,
could spend the whole entire time talking about MySpace and like the things that you would do to
Zanga. This is where I
Or
started.
you would turn
Live
on
journal
like the
for me.
auto music for it. Oh my God.
Oh yes.
I
Make it
wish that
rain
people
sparkles.
had, like the profile. Stop. Memory unlocked.
I can't. What about food and snacks? Surge. I was made of 90% Surge.
Kool-Aid jammers, like with the little faces on them.
Yes.
Oh my
Little
God.
twist top. Man. 3D Doritos. They're
Fruit by
back.
the foot, which is still a thing, I guess.
They just came back a couple years ago. And I remember being so excited, but now I can't eat them. So
Yeah.
I remember McDonald's being way more interesting back then.
yeah.
Back when their food was just better for you.
Oh my God.
And it was like Happy Meals were new. And so
Getting
I
the
was like,
mini
oh,
Beanie Babies.
yeah, the toys are so much better back then.
Or
Mhm.
Burger King's Pokeball with the golden like card in it. That was so cool. I remember whenever I was younger, and I was like, whenever I'm older, I'm gonna be able to buy myself 3 Happy Meals instead of just having to eat 1. Now I really don't eat it at all, but still.
So with music, LimeWire, Napster, were you
Oh
guys
my
on that
god.
train?
I was more LimeWire than I was
It's
Napster.
both.
I was gonna say, I think I was LimeWire, but I didn't really download anything really. I had a Walkman with the discs. It was still discs until like iPod.
Yep.
I never
Oh,
got an iPod. I was or a Zune? Zune? Is that
Zune.
what
Yeah,
it
I never had that one. I
is? Never
had the
had one.
iPod Shuffle was the first one that I had. So no
Never had
screen,
any.
just a little
Dang.
stick, and you had no clue where you were, how many songs you had
Let's
left,
slide it.
or you just had to keep going and going and going. But AOL chat rooms.
Yup, AIM.
I was MSN
Okay, I
because we
had
couldn't afford
MSN
AOL,
and
so I had
AOL.
AIM.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
Was
AIM
it
and then MSN.
ICQ? Is that the other one?
Gesundheit? No, I've never
Is
heard of
it?
that one.
I've never
Okay, so
heard
there
of
was
ICQ.
AIM, there was MSN,
AIM.
and then ICQ, I think. Yeah, ICQ, where you didn't have a name, you just had a number.
I am number 42372894-3.
Yep. I wasn't a
Yeah,
Yahoo Messenger. No,
whoa.
I've met so many people in AIM chat rooms that I would go on to like be friends with, that I would write letters to them. I recently found a letter with pictures of a guy I met through an AOL chat room. That I never met him in person, but for my school project, I needed to create fake CD cover and booklet for like a marketing graphic design class I was in. He was in a band, that he needed a CD booklet and everything. So I designed this whole entire thing for him. I found that and the letter and his pictures of him when he was like, 14, 15 years old in a memory box that I was going through. And so I was like, I'm going to look him up on Facebook. And I found him and I took pictures of everything and I sent him a message and I was like, you probably don't remember me, but yada, yada, yada. And he's like, oh my gosh, I totally remember you.
I remember you. Your husband's so funny.
He's like, I remember hearing about your husband.
No.
And then, out of curiosity, I start going through and I see a picture of you.
No.
And I was like, oh, hi. So I sent him a picture of all this stuff.
Not like
and I was
this.
like, this is hilarious. I'm just letting you know I'm throwing it all away. And he's like, I'm surprised you haven't yet.
That's when you hold on to something nice. I got bullied on AIM by a girl in middle school because of how well I typed. She she and I were talking, like we were friends, and she did like her little be right back thing, and then she came back and was like, "Don't think you're better than me because you type well." I was like, "What?"
Okay.
I think
So-
with
That's why I got
AIM,
an award.
right? Like I can write. Excuse me.
With all of this stuff that we're talking about coming back, there's an actual name for it now, and it is the Y2k aesthetic.
I absolutely hate that.
It's so dumb.
The
Inflatable
whole
furniture.
Y2K thing is just not okay. Like the
No.
world was
Only-
supposed to end.
Yeah, exactly. The only Y2K aesthetic that matters is this one, okay? Don't get it twisted.
Inflatable furniture, shiny clothing, small tech like tiny phones, pop music,
Yeah,
Just trying to
bejeweled
figure it out.
everything,
Okay.
puka shells and giant necklaces, tiny purses,
Frosted
everything
tip.
pink. No.
Bubble braids are becoming a thing again, which I actually am not mad at. I think they're so cute.
Yeah, butterfly clips.
Yes.
I would put my hair in a bun
thought
and then
Avery had a
surround
bubble
it with
braid.
butterfly and fairy clips.
Yeah, and chokers. I actually don't mind chokers. I think those
I
are
don't mind chokers either. But so how do you feel now as a late 20s and 30s person seeing teenagers at 13 in these trends, but they look so old?
Yeah, no, I just need to tell them that, I walk to school barefoot in the snow, uphill both ways, because that's how it feels.
I mean, 13-year-old, there's some 13-year-olds right now that look like they're 18 and they're wearing these trends that we wore when we were 13, but
I
we
just
didn't look anything like that.
I feel bad for kids right now because they are navigating a really tough space. Like they have to appear online, they have to find their own way. But if they try a trend they like, it's already been taken. And they like, I think this is like the era of identity where like they are going to be kind of dunked on by our age group and then older and then even
They
younger.
already
They're
are
like,
with
yeah.
like the skinny jeans and the middle hair part, which is stupid. Like, let people live. Look, I'm wearing a middle part right now. Don't tell anybody.
Okay, here's the thing. People listening are not going to be able to see this. But this morning, Ben and I talked about this. So, for everyone's viewing pleasure, pen. Okay, I was making sure the pen wasn't actually had ink.
Drawing a line on your forehead. Let's go.
So, for everyone's viewing pleasure.
Do you have a little calic?
Oh, I just put it back to where it was because I'm looking in the camera. Hold on. I do have a calic. But that's just
You have to like go a little bit over from the center and then bring it in the center. But like I have like longish bangs right now, but
all right.
they're meant for the
Yeah,
middle
you can
part.
see where mine's bumping up because it's not used to this part. But I'm like, well, I have bangs now, and it has to be in the middle to look even.
Here's me with the center part.
Okay, we're
You
doing
look like
this.
a baby.
I look like a
Here,
wet dog.
I'll part the Red Sea of my bangs.
I look like a mom.
Same.
I look like I'm going to PTA. Okay, everybody.
No,
We need to be wearing our velour tracksuits. We're cool.
That says like
Mom.
BB. Do you remember the brand BB?
Yeah, that's what I was saying
BB?
earlier. The little
Okay.
BB on it.
So yeah, no, I can't. You guys, that's enough for everybody.
I don't like it.
You actually look really cute, Mav. Like, I think it flatters your face really well. You've got
My
very
face is too
long
square
face.
to have that. I need some off symmetry.
My
Definitely.
face is round, which I've heard is good for
Literally every type of hairstyle.
Yeah, you can do everything you want to. So
no.
whatever.
My face is long, so I look like a little lemon. My
You
face
look
shape.
like a little beauty.
So are you guys, other than Sam with her bangs, are you guys ditching the side parts and skinny jeans?
I'm still wearing skinny jeans. I don't want like the swamp legs. Oh
No.
my gosh.
I finally
They'll learn.
succumbed to high-rise jeans like a year and a half ago.
Love high rise.
I'm not getting rid of them
It
anytime
just
soon.
fits your body so much more. Like your body is shaped the way it is for a reason, and cutting it in the middle is just so strange.
You know what
I
we
feel
need
like
to
straight
do
leg.
in the future? I have a friend that is a personal stylist, and she focuses on body types and how to dress for your body type. We should have her on. I'm going to message her after this.
Yes. You know, that sounds great to me.
She would go through and measure us and everything and help us figure out like what cut of pants would fit for you and colors that work for you. We're totally doing that in the future. Matt, you can come back and listen to that one.
Like, I get complimented that I look small all the time, but I wear a size 8 and a 10. Like I'm not tiny.
I've been in double-digit britches since I was in middle school. Because mama's got hips and like they stayed. they were never not there.
If you dress yourself up like how your body is made, then you can definitely make yourself look completely different, right? You can make yourself
it's not
look
a
bigger,
struggle,
smaller.
right? It's when you see someone who's in pants that are too small, they look like they're having a hard time. Like it looks like a bad day.
It looks like
I
they're
want to sit down.
like in a sausage casing.
And you can actually hurt your organs that way. So
you're not Barbie.
No, Barbie's dumb.
No, oh my gosh. I used to babysit for these kids, and then they got a new babysitter that was older than me. And I went to go hang out with the kids because those jerks. Anyway, because I was still friends with the kids. And she was telling me the saddest story, how she had a friend that died because she wanted to look like Barbie. And she would like waist train back in the 90s. And like starve herself and everything. And it destroyed her organs. I'm just like,
no.
Yeah.
You don't have to look like somebody else. You can look like you.
Well, we can talk about the elephant in the room too with the 80s and 90s. Like cigarettes were very, very popular.
I hope
my mom smoked so much.
Yeah. Ben's dad did a ton too. My mom did as well.
Woman, and she was still like a train.
No. So with fashion trends coming and going, how do you think that affects fast fashion industry and the environment? Like
Significantly.
so many places now are trying to have your cake and eat it too kind of thing.
Mhm.
Like Target has their things are made with mainly recycled cotton and stuff like that. Is that, does that give you permission to go out and buy new clothes every single time that there's new trends? Or
I
I
think
buy all my
if
stuff
you
used, so
yeah, if you're into like old trends and stuff, like there's actual items from that era that have been kept really well
yeah.
and people have in their closet that eventually donate it. Like it's like
Yeah.
I just think that fashion industry in general, I hope is on a decline. I hope, fingers crossed. Or they find a different way of doing it, or they like recycle fabrics or whatever. I feel like that's happening. I feel like the younger audience is way more aware of that. Like it's kind of why I haven't created merch because I've been waiting to find a sustainable company who's like very interested in protecting this rock we're on.
Yeah. We try to limit ours to one a year plus Build Against Cancer. And we're looking at currently very actively for ways to make it even more sustainable than what it is. So
Yeah.
I'm excited, but it's a very, hard thing to do. So in the end, are we bowing down to Gen Zers? Are we okay with being boomers?
We can live together. I think we got a lot to learn from them, honestly. And
Yeah.
it's actually really fun seeing the styles come back because I'm like, ooh, I never thought to actually style it cute.
Right?
I mean, I have two little teens and they are so much better at everything than me. And I remember being just like better at everything than like my mom. And so they teach me so much all the time about just like, why are you doing that? Why are you letting them talk to you like that? Like, you should look
Always
at
the
this,
cool mom.
this. Like,
Isn't it annoying though? Isn't it annoying that you're like, well, damn it.
I'm
Why
like,
do you
no,
have to
tell
tell
me.
me
I was
this
like,
stuff?
okay, you do it. It's happening.
So before we're done, for those of you that are in the live stream, you guys get this because obviously audio does not. This will most likely be cut out for audio people. But we really quickly have a few pictures of us in the late 90s and early 2000s. But here are a few pictures, including, let me get.
And like how like my eyebrows missing basically.
So here's, Miss Mav. What year, how old are you in here?
I think that was like 5th grade or junior high.
Look at that no sleeve baby doll top that you got going on right there.
Yep. The
Thank
literal
goodness for
Y2K.
loose clothing right now, right?
Yeah,
Oh my
sleeve is
god.
huge.
Yeah.
I would wear like the training bra and like the undershirt and then the overshirt, but they were tight. So you're like, what?
Yeah. So
Oh
there's
my
Mav.
God.
I'm gonna just take them out of these frames because I want to make them big. Look at the little circle studded belt.
Look at how low those pants were on my
Yeah.
hip. That was in
And, like,
middle school.
And even a still baggy.
Yep.
So here's Miss Sam with that choker necklace.
Yup, it's the tattoo one.
It's the tattoo
That-
one.
that
I
was
love
really
those
the
so
Oh
only
my
much.
god, I should have worn mine today.
It was like the only option. And then
Over
those
here.
types of tank tops are coming back too. That kind of like go
Mhm.
more up.
It was almost like the straight across neckline with this just the straps going straight up
God,
versus like
Chuck E.
any kind of
Cheese.
scoop.
Yeah.
No.
Even
Or it was
the
really
hairstyle, like
crazy.
having your hair slicked back into a little ponytail, like a low ponytail.
So
Yep.
ignore me closing my eyes, but here's the tiny choker, the baggy jeans,
The Hello Kitty.
the Hello
Yep.
Kitty super small baby doll t-shirt that you raise your hands and see more of my stomach than I would want anybody to see at that age. I probably had Doc Martens on underneath here. 1999.
99.
And I got the graphic tee going on, and this is the end of the 90s with the graphic tee, and I have all the chain necklaces and the baggy jeans and stuff like that.
Dang. Yeah,
I
you
don't know
got
if you can
this.
see
Look at
her
those
shoes.
chunky
Look at those
sandals.
chunky heels that I had.
Yep. Those are back.
Oh
I'm
my
here for
gosh.
those.
And my
I'm here for
stepsister has
chunky.
chopsticks in her hair, and our dresses are very like.
Do not bring that back, by the way.
Yeah, our dresses are very shimmery and just like horrible fabric. And no. Mm-mm.
Mini
my
dresses
gosh.
used to be
The
so popular.
hairstyle.
Yeah, oh my gosh, all
That
the
was such a
curls.
90s, 2000s hairstyle.
That totally is the super fake obvious curls that are framing your face kind of thing. No, not natural.
Oh, we didn't even
I also
talk
had
about
fake nails.
crimping.
I had
What'd
fake
you say,
nails put
Matt?
on for the first time and I was wearing contacts and I could not get my contacts out that night. I cried. I ripped all my nails off after the dance. So this is my first homecoming that I ever went to. And of course, like makeup wasn't a thing. We didn't really wear makeup other than like lip gloss.
Lip
Yeah, or
gloss
sort
and shimmer stuff.
you remember the mousse?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. No.
Where it was like the wrong color.
Yes.
And you only blended to like right here, so it
Right.
looked like a mask.
And purple eyeshadow or blue eyeshadow.
And it was like shimmery and not pigmented. It was just like light pale baby blue.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lavender.
Man, I love us. My first makeup was from Bath and Body Works and it was a light purple and I stole it. So
My mom was really she did nails and hair back then. So I was like, she's like, you're getting your nails done. You're wearing highlights. Like, I was like, okay.
Oh
okay,
my
I
god.
guess.
So, yeah.
Oh, the 90s and early 2000s. I'm excited to see what the next generation is going to do with everything, though. Like,
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how they're going to make it their own. But, you know, in the end, we were the originators of that, right?
I hope that their trends are like metal water bottles and like recyclable
motion
materials.
and metal water.
So like we grew up with the metal water bottles.
What are the really expensive
and
ones
bad
called?
McDonald's toys that we didn't go to.
Hydro Flask, yeah.
Yeah,
Can they just keep the
yeah.
Hydro Flasks around?
Yeah, I love mine. It's
We'll be
awesome.
happy. Well, Mav, thank you so much for coming to hang out with us. We enjoyed our conversation with you. And if you want to let everybody know where they can find you.
I'm at TheMavShow everywhere. Got lucky there with the branding. So Twitter, Insta, YouTube, TheMavShow. Lots of cool things coming. So keep your peepers peeled.
Yay!
Jeepers.
No, the song stuck in my head.
Thank you, everybody, don't worry.
for watching and listening. And we will see you guys next time.
See you next Friday. Don't look at this.
Okay, bye.